Hello and welcome to this episode of Ben Spoke Bramble. We are still on the Limehouse Cut and I'll be moving a bit further along towards the River Lee navigation. In that direction is Stratford and Hackney and those areas. And once I've moved, I'm hoping to do a little bit of DIY on the bed frame to make the pull-out portion of the frame. I still don't have slat material, but if I can get that done, that's something towards the end goal. And today I've got Annie and Lucas on board, so they'll be with me on the journey, and I'll hopefully find somewhere outside to do the DIY so there's not a lot of sawdust and dust flying around. Before heading off, I thought I'd put my phone in the waterproof case and have a look at the propeller. So I'm now going down the weed hatch because I saw some plastic bags wrapped around the propeller and there was enough there to warrant going down there. I don't like going down there if there's only a tiny thing on the propeller because it won't really affect it much. But yeah, I'm going to go down there now and see how much is on there. So I'm quite happy that there's nothing left on the propeller. I'll show you the view down the weed hatch as well. It's particularly clear today. And that's the canal floor down there. Really is nice and clear in the sun. You can see the propeller really well. Mostly stringy bits of plastic and a bin bag. That does affect your engine's performance and the propeller's efficiency. You can completely lose all thrust and steering if there's enough stuff around your propeller. And I noticed it last time I cruised, but now it's out. I should be very happy. I'm happy that that's sealed nice and tight. This really is a fun piece of kit to use. If I remember correctly, I think I got it in the pound shop, Poundland specifically, last year or the year before, and it was with all the seasonal summer stuff. I didn't see any this year, but you can find these online for a couple of quid as well. Train's coming to drag you away. Won't let that train leave with you, it would be a sad day. Told you more than a couple times that you could stay. So why do you keep going to that platform in the rain? You've been so hurt before, I've seen your heart die. I'll never stop trying to make you smile. Your head's been under the water for way too long. You're drowning in your own tears, and I can't read your mind. Nothing helps but time. Give me time to think. About why our love is done. Train's coming to drag you away. Won't let that train leave couple times that you could stay. So why do you keep going to that platform in the rain? Trains coming to drag you away. Won't let that train leave with you, it would be a sad day. Told you more than a couple times that you could stay. So why do you keep going to that platform in the rain? It was at this point that I noticed a mass of duckweed up ahead, which usually means lots of hidden rubbish under the surface. What should we do with the drunken sailor? What should we do with the drunken sailor? What should we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. What should we do with a drunken sailor? What should we do with a drunken sailor? What should we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. What should we do with the drunken sailor? What should we do with the drunken sailor? What should we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? It was about now that my propeller came into contact with the tarpaulin, which caused my engine to stall. I won't repeat what came out of my mouth. By some miracle, we managed to get to the end of the patch, and just as we did, I saw a nice spot, so I steered Bramble over to moor up. I think there was a loose connection between my microphone and my phone, which is why I can't use any of the audio from the cruise up till I speak in a little while. Lucas and I went to have a look at the River Lee, which was just across the grass verge. I thought it was quite impressive. So we just got to the end of this patch of rubbish. It was really quite long, and I'm surprised we got through it. At one point my engine stalled because I had a tarpaulin wrapped around the propeller. But yeah, we just got to the very end of it, and I'm quite happy with this spot, and I'm happy we managed to find a spot without having to stop mid-water to put my arm down into the weed hatch. But yeah, I quite like this. There's the River Lee behind me, just parallel to the canal. There's a railway up there, and there's national rail trains and the tube line that runs across it as well. There's the River Lee. About 3 to 5 miles down to the Thames from here. And there's a tube line. I'm not sure which line it is, but when I find out, I'll put it here. Yeah, I think this is quite a nice spot. There's a nice wide view around, which is quite rare. Being in the city, there's usually tall buildings or walls, so you can't see very far, but you've got quite a wide field of vision here. Well, sort of. And apart from the noise from the trains, yeah, I'm very happy with this. And Bramble's sitting quite low again. You can just about see Annie's hair in the window. Annie! Hello! And Lucas just came out to have a look at the River Lee as well. And this is a good spot for DIY. I've got nice space here. The towpath is behind us, So yeah, there's a nice space here, a little bench that I could potentially use as a workbench, as long as I'm careful not to cut into it. And yeah, I think how very rude. Oh, I'll measure some bits of wood up and try and build the extending frame that comes out from the bed. It's been so easy. We seem to smile at the simplest things we do. Say it's never been like this with anyone else. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. I think it will be clear to most of you watching, especially those who are good at DIY and have a lot of experience, that I don't do this very often. But I think it's important to remember that it's okay not to know everything, and that it's okay to learn as you do things. Personally, I like to learn through the process. You know, I like to problem solve rather than just try and figure everything out at the start. Because nothing, or most things, don't completely ever go to plan. You know, engineers will price up a building and it will end up, costing millions or even billions more than what it should because of problems encountered along the way. So yeah, it's okay not to know everything, and I'm happy to learn as I go. So as you can see, that's not perfectly flat, and that's because inside Bramble, this end is higher than this end. The floor moves up slightly towards the bow. So this is to accommodate for that drop in floor level. Try to kill time, but it keeps on moving. I stood the moving frame up in place, and I was quite satisfied that everything fit well. Earlier on during the cruise, Lucas drew a picture of the inside of Bramble. I was really impressed when he showed me. Tomorrow's just another day, that's what they all say. I had to stop and look at these lovely buildings. They are mills, and there's been mills on this site for almost 1,000 years. They're on a little patch of land called 3 Mills. Suppose I can't complain if I get to wake up to your face. Tomorrow's just another day, but I want this one to stay. So I'm quite satisfied with today. We managed to get through that muck. What a load of rubbish. And I managed to finish the frame for the pull-out portion of the bed. So now all I really need to do is put the slats on, and then it will really be completed. Apart from the mattress, which I'm going to have made hopefully by Pentonville Rubber, which is the shop that I mentioned that makes upholstery. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so on buymeacoffee.com. I'll leave a link to that in the description. A like and a comment or a subscribe if you're new would be great as well. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Sometimes I feel unsteady now. The truth is that nobody is ever ready.